guys, Tara here, and would you believe I am still playing Borderlands 2? Yep, Captain Scarlett and her Pirate's Booty came out last week. This is the first official campaign DLC for the game, and I'm sure a lot of you have already played it and finished it and maybe even uploaded YouTube videos of it already, but for the rest of you, I kind of just wanted to run down my thoughts. So first and foremost, you do not have to have beaten Borderlands 2 to play this DLC. As long as you're level 15 or over, you can walk up to any fast travel station and be offered a ticket to Oasis, a once popular travel destination turned dried up wasteland. The first person you'll encounter is a guy named Shade, a sort of Hunter S. Thompson-esque character and one of the few people who's managed to survive the drought of Oasis, although not without some brain damage. Dude's basically a nut job.
I am Shade, and you are the coolest person I have ever seen. Please don't go. Please.
Of course, my favorite thing about Borderlands 2 are without a doubt the unabashedly insane characters, and Captain Scarlett really does not disappoint. She's a ruthless, backstabbing, yet painfully honest pirate who's after the same thing you are, a treasure buried somewhere in the desert of Oasis.
Nice to meet ya.
The two of you end up working together to track down the treasure while occasionally seeking out the help of others, most notably Herbert, a delirious old guy who's hopelessly in love with Scarlett.
Now give that to Scarlett, along with the tapes, and she'll love me again.
One of the biggest pluses in this DLC is the addition of a sand skiff vehicle, which lets you drive forward and strafe from side to side. It makes traveling around much easier and more fun than ever, and with 3 different options for weapons, you're better equipped to deal with those pesky enemy sand skiffs. The only downside is that they only seat 2 people, and they can't travel outside of the DLC area, because, you know, sand. As far as the actual quests go, they're pretty standard, nothing too extraordinary there. Expect to see a lot of the same fetch quests you're used to seeing with Borderlands, with another helping of side quests to break up the main story.
A deviant known as P3RV-E is in possession of sexually explicit materials. Please murder him because morality.
The campaign's final boss provides a decently fun challenge, but otherwise the ending felt a little anticlimactic. Although, the loot at the end of the tunnel more than makes up for that. If there's one thing that can be said about this DLC, it is that above all else, there is good loot. There are of course also a host of new enemies and new environments to explore as well, but I'll be honest with you, most of it looks pretty familiar. I mean, come on, it's Borderlands. We don't need more deserts. We had enough of those with the first game. In fact, there's really only one memorable area of this DLC, and that is the actual Oasis, which you don't discover until you get a couple hours into the DLC. And while waterfalls and palm trees do make for a lovely background, it's just too short-lived. The same shouldn't be said for the DLC as a whole though. It adds about 8 to 10 hours of gameplay, including some new level 50 raid bosses, which introduce an interesting new form of currency called Seraph crystals.
I have a plan. You will shoot him many times with bullets, and he will die. Be careful though. He is very powerful. You may need to bring some friends as backup.
It's a meaty DLC for sure, and while it may not be the best Gearbox is capable of, it's still probably worth your money. I say buy it. So that's my review. Like I said, Captain Scarlett and her Pirate's Booty is out now for Xbox, PC, and PS3. It's $10 if you buy it standalone, or if you bought the season pass for $30, it's included in there. What do you guys think of this? Have you played it? What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.